I weathered my Galaxy's Edge Camtono to make it look way more realistic. And I'm going to show you how to do it today on Darth Rage Reviews.
Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Greetings, Force fans, and welcome to another episode of Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force. Real quickly, business out of the way, guys. If you'd be so kind as to give me a little subscribe down there, maybe a like, comment if you want, hit the notification bell, do all that jazz. It's free, and I would really appreciate it. You drop a comment, I promise I'll respond. All right, business out of the way, guys. Fun stuff now. So, I weathered my Galaxy's Edge Camtono. I don't know, what do you think? This one was another, it maybe took me a couple hours to do. And that's just because I took breaks and did it really slow. But call this a weekend. We're going to call this a one day. This is a one-day weathering project. That's a lot of fun. Use some new techniques on this. Of course, my standard black wash, black acrylic wash. I use some dirty, I created this color myself. It's almost a combination of a yellow, a black, a little bit of green in there to give this kind of dirt around the edges. My good friend Rub and Buff. But the new technique, I actually used an old soldering iron I have to create these blaster scars. And it's, actually kind of indented. I think it looks really cool. I picked this up off of Clone Too Snug. I saw his video on it, and I thought, yeah, that's something I think I would like to try. So, before I show you all the close-ups, why don't I show you how we did this? So, take a look at the very, very simple process of turning my, bright and shiny Camtono into this weathered in-universe Camtono. Let's take a look. Started with a process I haven't used before, which is using an old soldering iron to create these blaster score marks. I wanted something that would add a little dimension to it, and I think I saw Clone Too Snug. I think he was doing it too, so yeah, I did that. And I went over all this painted area with some sandpaper to kind of take that gray down. Also had to sand along the edges of what I had just done with the soldering iron to kind of smooth all that stuff up. Yeah, it was fun. I'm going to wipe that all down. Again, sanding it all, just kind of giving it a roughen up. It only helps the process. Fair warning, if you do this, make sure you don't do the scars on the part that turns, because it'll end up jamming it up. I had to sand that extra long to get it to work again. But it happens. So wiped it all down, and then it's time for my trusted and true acrylic black wash. So this is watered down acrylic black paint. Did this on everything. So on the insides first, and again, it's just several coats of it. You paint it on, then you wipe it off. And then I did it over the whole thing. Again, 2 or 3 runs through on this. Thicker in some areas, thinner in others. It'll pick up all the creases. It picked up those scars really nicely. But yeah, there's my head. Did a whole big black wash over the whole thing. Again, I think this was 2 or 3 passes on this to get something I was really satisfied with. And, sometimes it was a little bit too thick, but I'd take it off, put it back on, take it off, put it on, take it off. It's a process. This whole thing really only took a couple hours. It was a fun little day project. Then I came through on the blaster marks and went back through with just acrylic black and filled those in. I would later come back, I didn't tape it, but I would later come back with a dry brush and kind of add some scoring along those blaster marks as well, just to bring it all out. And I think the finished product really looks realistic, looks in universe. I like what I did with it. I really like what I did with it. So then I created this kind of dirt using a yellow, a green, and a black paint. And I'm dry brushing this in all of the seams just to kind of give that used world look You know, this thing's been on desert planets. It's gotten some dirt in it. And then the final step, as always, is going to be my rub and buff. So I'm going through all the edges here. You know, this thing's white, but I'm assuming it's a safe. I'm assuming the whole thing's made of metal. So where the white paint wears off, gotta make it metal. Gotta make this thing shine. You guys know my affinity for rub and buff. And that's the whole process right there. That's all it takes. That was it. I told you guys it was a very simple process. Took me a couple hours, and again, that was just because I was kind of taking my time and doing it amongst other things. But I really like the results of this, guys. I feel like you guys know my feelings on the Star Wars props and the Star Wars universe. That's kind of one of the things that really makes it cool, is that everything has that lived-in feel, real world lived-in feel. And I love the look of this. I'm going to show you guys some close-up shots of this because I know it's going to be better than anything I can show you here. But yeah, I took the rub and buff and kind of really hit all of the corners and edges to give it, you know, that really, because this thing, it's white, but I assume since it's a safe, basically, it's going to be made of metal. So that's just a painted white. So I really tried to bring out the edges and the aspects of that with that rub and buff. And I really love these blaster marks that just, you know, you can kind of see the dug in indentation and groove of it. Just a whole lot of fun. But yeah, I love this thing. There you have it. There you have it. So it was an easy project. I hope you guys, if you do have one, don't be afraid to do this. It's not hard at all. Very simple projects or paints and brushes that you could pick up at any, I mean, you can pick them up at Walmart, honestly. Just, you know, use acrylics, go at it and have some fun. Make one of these unique to you. Make it your own. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Let me know. Did I do a good job with this? Does it seem more real after what I did? And is this something you would do to yours? All right. Let me know what you think, guys. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Darth Rage. This is Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force.
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.